All right, we're going to try this. This is a Waterline agate, and it is glued to a big, ugly piece of redwood board. And we are going to try slabbing it in the direction of the waterline because I know that there are dendrites in here. I just don't know what kind. So let's take a look. I used wood glue to hold this on. This is actually the first time that I've done this, and I'm a little nervous, but yeah, what's the worst that could happen? The rock falls off. I damaged my very expensive saw blade. Let's see how it goes. Yep, I think this is going to be really interesting to cut this into slabs. It's going to have that white background mostly, but it's going to have just a whole bunch of different pictures in the stone. All right, we are ready to take our next slab. See what it comes up. Wow, this one's got a lot of cracks in it, but look at all those dendrites. It's like a Dalmatian. Ooh, look at that. See, this one I might just like drop from a little bit of a distance. Oh, there's no cracks on that side. Isn't that strange? Pretty. That looks sort of like a phoenix coming up. Cool. Wow, how beautiful. Look at those dendrites. Dendrites, as I have mentioned before, are made from little pieces of minerals that have seeped into the gel that is forming in the silica when these agates are formed. The black is a manganese, and you'll find a darker red and brown that is iron. And sometimes you'll even find green, which is copper. No matter what they're made of, they're all beautiful. You can see here that this layer is actually quartz. There are quartz crystals that have formed in a pocket, and that's what's so fascinating about these water lines, is that every single slice has a different composition, different pictures and different ways of looking at it, different minerals that are in there, and it's really cool. I really like these little squiggles. I don't know what I'll do with them, but I like them. One of the things that's really fun about dendritic agates is finding pictures in them that you can then cut into shapes. And I actually did this one earlier, but I even marked it with a marker, and then I was like, oh no, I had to show it without the marker first. So I'm sort of cheating here, but you can see that this is a volcano. Cool, huh? And up here is a reclining cat. Let me see the little paws and the ears, and I don't know, maybe it was playing with puffs of something. And then over here I was going to maybe do some kind of tree. Anyway, there's all kinds of fun stuff that can be done with this. Okay, so you can see I've marked these out. This one was kind of freehand because it's too big for any of my stencils. This one is the volcano and puffing out smoke. And this one is, I don't know, something. Maybe a tree. I actually really like this one, but I don't know how it's going to turn out because these are layers, and so some of these things may just disappear when I'm polishing it, but I guess we'll see. I'm really hoping this one stays okay because I think that one is super cool. So you can see I've been working on these a little bit, and this one is cracked, but I don't know if the crack, and it looks like the crack goes all the way through, but because of the way these were laid down, it may be cemented together. So we're going to keep working on it. And then this one, I'm going to do on the flat lap because I think that if I try to round that over, I'll lose the image of the kitty and the yarn balls. Can you see it? Finally, there's this one. We're going to put the two smaller ones on dop sticks so that I can rotate them around a little bit easier. And meanwhile, while we're waiting for this to heat up, we'll work on the flat lap. So let's give it a shot. So my flat lap is not really a flat lap. It's actually a pottery wheel that I made into a flat lap. So we'll see how this works. This is a diamond. This is a diamond grit. It's the rough grit. So whoa, that's a terrible noise, isn't it?
Now we gotta round the edges. I attached these laps to a wooden bat that goes on top of the pottery wheel with Velcro. I originally used just the adhesive that the Velcro came with, but it quickly got unstuck. So I used some super glue to attach the Velcro to the pieces. For those of you unfamiliar with the flat lap process, you basically go from a coarse grit to finer and finer and finer grits until finally it is beautifully polished. I started with an 80 grit wheel, then moved on to a 200, a 600, and now 1,000. You might notice that this lap looks significantly different from the other laps that I have. This one is actually made for angle grinders, and I am using it for this just because it works, and it's what I have. Uh-oh. Well, let's try this again. You might notice that I kind of sped up this process just a little bit. I think this is 20 times speed, possibly only 8. But you can see that it is making nice progress on the kitty. Meow.
All right, we're going to work on this one. This is the one that does not have the crack, and I'm just not positive about that one. So let's give this one a shot.
This is a 6-inch Cab King. The Cab King has 6 wheels, and it comes in 6-inch and 8-inch. And while I like my Cab King a great deal, I do wish that I'd bought the 8-inch, and it just would have given me a little bit more flexibility.
Now I'm working on trying to round out this dome. If you leave a flat spot, you can see the flat spots right there. What'll happen is it won't polish properly and it will be scratched, and then you'll have to go back and do it all over again. So spending a lot of time on the coarser grinds is definitely difficult for me, but definitely recommended. Okay, it is, I think, round enough to polish. We're going to give it a try.
This last little wheel on the end is felt, and it has a coating of cerium oxide, which gives it a really nice polish. I've been really impressed with that.
Making yourself take the time really does result in better results. It results in better results. Who taught me to talk? Anyway, this is just super interesting because it has so many layers, levels. There's like some clear stuff you can see, and the dendrites on top. It's just so glassy and beautiful. Wow. Gonna make something out of that.
Thanks so much for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. If you want to share in these treasures, check out my Etsy store, Katie Did Rocks. The link is in the description below. Thanks again, and keep on doing.